Hey viewers, welcome to my first attempt at a replay game. So this is done with the replay application, LoL Replay. It's a third party something, so yeah, it may be buggy. I hope it won't be. This game was posted by TheOddOne, who's playing Nunu. And as you can see, I have full control over the mouse. I will have full control over the map. And over the camera positions, but the health bars, I'm not sure if they're correctly if they're correct once now. Once they used to be wrong, but I hope they fixed it now because people have been complaining about it. So for the beginning of this game, we will be going with TheOddOne, who is apparently going counter jungle because he's buying, well, not the standard jungle items. He has boots of speed to be able to catch up with the enemy jungler, who is Evelyn. And Evelyn's very weak. So with boots, he can catch up with her, and he can pretty much kill her from any amount of health because he has consume. So he's not picking a skill yet, basically because he's waiting for the level 1 fight. If there's going to be a level 1 fight, he's going to need Ice Blast. If there's not going to be one, he's going to use Consume, because Consume is so much more effective when you're jungling. So counter jungling means you're trying to jungle in the enemy jungle, so killing their buffs and picking up the experience there. It does mean that you're not as high level as you would be in your own jungle, but you are a lot higher level than the enemy jungler, which is the only reason people do this, to deny the enemy jungle from reaching anything. So there's nobody here, there's nobody anywhere. He places his wards right there, and you can see people are now going into to the jungle to get the blue buff. So they will probably go after them. Okay, or not. Yeah, they are. They are. So here we see Reginald, who we will be following along as well, because people have been asking me to do a game with him, and that's fine. So I could only find this one. So they get an easy first blood because Ashe was, well, she was the easiest target and she was the most available target, so kind of an easy one. So they get the blue buff. They don't kill the little minions because they want to get out of there as soon as they can. And probably now going into jungle to do the raids, and afterwards going back into enemy jungle or something like that. Well, only taking out the big one because it's the most experience and you can take it with just the consume. So now then going for the enemy raids, taking the big one, I guess, because he's, as I said, counter jungling. So getting the enemy XP would be very good, especially if it doesn't cost you anything. And in this case it doesn't, because he only uses his consume, which doesn't cost a lot of mana. It costs 60 mana, but it's almost back up again. And he's now going for these guys, assuming that Eve's here probably, and if she's not here, well, why not kill them? So using Smite and Consume to kill the first golem, and then killing the second one the old-fashioned way, standing in the bush for as the only reason that he can see people coming from the other side. Nobody is coming, so he's going back to his own jungle to get the walls. So we can take a look at where Eve is. Well, not directly, but she's not at blue buff because blue buff's already done. She probably already did wolves. Oh, she's now at wolves. So she started at red then? No, because red was also up. Then I have no idea what she's been doing. I don't know. She's probably going to come in soon. Anyway, taking his own blue buff now, doing two things, refreshing his own blue buff and also preventing Eve from taking it. Keeping up Smite until the last possible moment, which is now. So he waited until Consume was up and then consumed Smite at the same time to prevent an invisible Eve from stealing it. And that's the way it should always be done. So we're going to look top lane now for a while. And we're going to see, as you can see, there's no health bars. Hang on, let me... So we're going to have to look here. So they are kind of annoying people in the jungle, I guess. They found Eve, by the way, but they couldn't kill her. So Reginald here in a 1v2 situation. He still has 370 life. And he's going to attempt to kill these guys. Well, this guy should die. And he does. And then, well, with the shield he's of course a lot stronger. But, ooh, he just gets off the kill. And, well, as you can see, the camera automatically goes back to Nunu once he teleports back. Reginald, fine player. He's not as good as he was before. He leveled up to about 2000 ELO when Shaco was still majorly overpowered, so he played only Shaco, and now he's gone back to the 1800 region. He's just under 1800 at this moment. And yeah, I don't know if he can only play Shaco or if he's just really good with Shaco and not so much since he has been nerfed. Because when you have the TheOddOne in your team, you really want him to be the jungler. By the way, this is the Go for LoL finals of the monthly tournament or something like that. So at the moment he's not looking here, so that's why the health bars were disappearing. So apparently we're going here, because he clicked here. I don't know if I can actually activate the camera where he's looking, but I don't think they built that in yet. Not a lot of features yet, but I'm really glad they made this, since it's a lot easier to get these files in high quality and high everything than to get the videos, because there aren't a lot of videos and this file is very small compared to the videos, so you can just download it and people post it on their websites. And yeah, well, this is just a much better system, and I hope that Riot will come out with their own replay system which actually works, because this one is not really perfect. So I'm just centering the camera on the TheOddOne here. Doesn't mean that I get the best commentary going, but for now it is really easy for me. So he's going back to jungle and we're going to look at the lanes a little bit. So we see the bottom lane being exactly in the middle, and we see the top lane being, well, not exactly in the middle, which means that Eve is going to gank top probably, not bottom. And here we see that they're just counter jungling once more and taking out the red buff. It's going to go to Corki, I'm assuming. And indeed it is. So Corki can do a lot more with the red buff than Nunu can. So the life here, yeah, they're both full health, so nothing is going to happen there. Enemy clairvoyance there, I think. Yeah, probably, because they have a ward here, so why clairvoyance? I know it's going there anyway. Yeah, the top lane is being pushed. There is a pink ward here, so Reginald should be able to see Eve coming if she comes to gank. We haven't seen Eve since they caught her at the red buff, but as I said, they didn't kill her. So I'm not sure where she is and what she's been doing, because all of the jungle creeps seem to still be there. They took red buff with the one minion missing, and that was the one minion that got killed the first time they went there. So now we saw Eve here, and since Eve cannot get to the red buff, we're assuming here that she's going to go for blue buff, but it might not even be up, because you need smite to do either of them with Eve. And oh, already oracles on there, so he can clear the enemy wards. And yeah, so they can prevent the enemy from seeing them coming when they want to counter jungle. So here he is going for a blue buff, not very interesting, but not a lot going on anyway. Top lane is again exactly in the middle, as it should be, and this one again exactly in the middle. And now we see here the opportunity to be ganked for this guy. And Corki is indeed coming. By the way, I haven't seen this game, so it might be that I'm missing some of the action.